Alright, so I recently went on a binging spree with Baz not reading like stuff on his channel, and one of the things that I watched him react to was a series by the channel Vintage 8 called The Children Under the House. Not only was I not really paying attention to his reaction video, but I also didn't really understand the bits that I did see. So I wanted to go through and watch it myself to see if I can understand it better this time. So here we are with The Children Under the House, and actually, apparently, there has been a new video added to the series just today when I'm recording this, like a couple hours ago. So I haven't seen anyone react to that one at all, so that one's going to be totally new. Anyways, let's just get into it with part one. And since, last week I purchased a repossessed storage locker. Inside was an old desk, an outdated computer, and a filing cabinet. The letterhead of a few loose documents read, "The Office of Julia Liu. From what I could find, she was a successful child therapist in Kate's Crossing from the late 70s to early 90s. Her obituary stated that she died on December 18th, 2015. At a glance, this seemed like a typical haul. Typical, if not for the collection of VHS tapes hidden in the false bottom of the desk drawer. Ooh, interesting.
Hey John, $1,000,000 idea. A way to share a video without waiting on the mail. What do you think? Anyway,
It's called
as
YouTube.
I said on the phone, I think this may be the easiest way to get you up to speed on what I'm dealing with here. And before you ask, no, we don't have releases for the family. They refuse to have their likeness involved in any way. However,
Is
they did
kids
allow me
drawing
to
these
use suggested
pictures?
drawings. We will need to change their names when we get to the writing stage. Regardless, I think you'll be able to see why I think this will make one hell of a book.
Oh.
So,
The
prior to our first
questionnaire.
session, each member of the family was given the standard questionnaire. The results are as followed. The patient's name is Jessica Daniels. Jessica, or Jess, as she prefers to be called, is 7 years old. Normal birth, no complications, no medical issues. She's intelligent, sweet, friendly, and highly empathetic. The child was born in Houston, Texas, where she never had issues in school or socializing with peers or adults. The family bought the Clark's house. Beautiful house. I love how it's built up on columns. And I'm sure you remember the Clarks from your time
Is this
here.
still in
Sweet
Texas,
old couple.
or?
They own that little dive you used to drag me to for lunch. What was it? Oh yeah, the Burger Shack. But anyway, according to her mother, Carol, Jess had a particularly tough time adjusting. She didn't notice anything out of the ordinary until the second week, Wednesday night to be exact. They think it was after midnight when Jess ran into her mother's room screaming. She claimed there were people living under the house. Carol dismissed this as a nightmare.
Totally what you want to hear your kids say.
Jess finally refused to sleep in her room. She moved the child's bed to her room, but Jess continued to wake up saying the same thing. She could hear people talking under the floor. Carol made sure to note that Jess never had problems sleeping in Houston. Adam, the child's father, fed up with having the child sleeping in the room, devised a simple solution. He brought her under the house, tried to show her that there wasn't anything
I get that
there.
these pictures were drawn,
Adam,
I'm
there
assuming,
wasn't, but Jess was
by
convinced
the
she
little
saw
girl.
something. The girl got into a ball and screamed until her voice gave out. She's been
And I
mute
feel like
since
that
day.
makes it more disturbing.
After a series of tests and multiple second opinions, no physician could find anything wrong. There's nothing hindering the girl from speaking. Therefore, the conclusion is that her condition is mental in nature. The drawings you are seeing are currently her only form of communication. From observations and the questionnaire, I have a few thoughts on the other family members. Carol Daniels. She's the children's primary caregiver. From what I can observe, she's a caring mother. However, she is deeply resentful of her husband, Adam, for forcing them to move from Houston to Kate's Crossing. Adam Daniels is an obvious workaholic. He spends
Good
the
job,
majority of his
Adam.
time at work. Dean, her brother, typical early teen. He wasn't
Winchester?
happy about the move, but seems to be adjusting adequately. Give me a call after you digest this material. Love to talk strategy.
End of questionnaire. Okay, so this family moves into a new house, and little girl Jess. Hold on. Little girl Jess decides that there are other children living underneath of their house. So the dad takes her to under the house to show her. And what, she saw something and decided, you know what, I'm not gonna speak anymore? Because, like, she got scared of something, or... That's what I think I'm getting from the first video. So, next one. Good news, Mrs. Daniels will allow me to record my voice during the sessions. I will splice in Jessica's pictures and give general descriptions and notes when appropriate. So what, is this Jess's, like, therapist, or?
Hi, Jess. My name is Miss Julia. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Has your mom or dad told you why you're here?
To talk.
So how about we get to know each other? Would you like that?
Okay.
What's your favorite food? Mine's spaghetti.
It's like fries.
What's your favorite color?
Good choice.
I like that one too.
Blue.
Tell me about your family.
It's like the mom cooking. Dad on the computer. Brother on the phone. Just with a bear that looks like it's missing an eye. No reply.
Okay. So how about you tell me who that is?
No reply.
Did your mom or your dad get him for you?
No. He belongs to my friend.
That's very sweet.
Huh.
Tell me more about your friend. I want to make a note here. She stared in the corner of the room as if she was waiting for permission. She then shook her head in the negative.
Okay, so I remember, like, some of this
Is
part.
someone here, Jess? Is that your friend in the corner?
It looks like a freaking something from
Another
Minecraft.
note. That clearly looks like a face. It appears that she has an imaginary friend. What's their name?
That's not an imaginary friend. That's an imaginary demon.
No, she would no longer participate in my questions at this point. Regardless, I thought this was a decent first session. Let's try to talk by the end of next week.
End of session 1. Wow, okay. Okay, session 2.
So how are you doing today?
Fine.
And what did you do last night?
It's like she watched TV.
They're here.
Let's play a game. If a genie came out of a bottle and granted you 3 wishes, what would those be?
No reply.
How about I go first then?
Loves the beach. To eat what I want and not gain a pound.
I'm hoping the last one can be true.
A
Wanna
happy
try?
Jess. Okay. So Jess can only talk through like drawings and like writing it down. Back to Houston.
Are these angels? Is this who you think lives under your house?
Kinda. What do you mean, kinda? It's a
So,
yes
you
or
wish
a
they'd
no.
leave?
I wish they could.
Let's talk about your
But they're
friend,
stuck.
Okay? Okay, John. Again, the girl stared into the corner of the room almost like she was waiting for permission. Is that your friend? What's their name?
No reply.
Would you tell me their name if I gave you a sucker? How about two? One for you and one for them. Once again, the girl looked into the corner of the room, then shook her head yes.
Oh, alright.
Note, I have to admit, I found that image quite disturbing. However, it isn't the creepiest
How could you
imaginary
not?
friend that I've had drawn for me. Does your friend live
Missing
under
the
the house?
whole bottom half. Yes.
How many friends live under the house?
10, maybe more. Ugh.
Why do you think they're there?
No reply.
Are you still scared of them?
No reply.
Would you like them to go away?
So I think that would...
Note, a picture frame fell off the wall. It was located in the corner of the room she claimed her friend was standing. Needless
that's
to say,
nice.
It gave us both a good jump. Ha ha. So, 10 imaginary friends. That child has a lot to say, but she's having trouble finding someone to say it to. Most likely the father. For homework, I'm going to try and have Dad ask questions. Mirror what we're doing at home. Alright, John. I look forward to our chat Sunday. Bye.
Okay, end of session 2.
And sorry this tape is a little late, but I think I have rats. Something has snuck into my office and eaten all the candy.
Something tells me that's not rats. Okay, so family moves to a new house. Girl thinks there's children living under the house. Dad takes her down there. She gets scared, can't speak, goes to a therapist, says, "Hey, my friend's over here." And they're missing their bottom half. So, this imaginary friend, like, I'm getting that this one is, like, the most, or, like, more aggressive one. And that's why, like, Jess keeps, like, looking at it, like, for permission, like, the therapist keeps saying. Okay. And I feel like Jess said, like, didn't respond to the one question because she is afraid, but she doesn't want to say anything in front of this one. And then this one, it, like, knocked the thing off the wall and ate the candy. Okay, sorry I keep pausing it. I just want to, like, make sure that I'm, like, getting it.
Hey John, tomorrow is Jess's appointment, but I had a few thoughts I'd like to share, so forgive me if I start rambling. You and I have seen quite a few disturbing children's drawings. But I must admit, after re-examining this drawing, I feel there is something oddly true about this image. I feel like this drawing is rooted in something the child has seen, perhaps a movie or something on the news. Maybe Dean tried to scare her, or it could be as simple as a scary story. I've even thought that maybe the imaginary children might represent friends she left behind in Houston. Maybe Maya was her best friend.
Okay, session 3.
Hey Jess, would you like to play another game? Let's draw a picture of you as an adult.
Okay.
Why do you want to be a doctor?
To help people.
And I'm sure you will. That's a very good quality to have. So, what does Maya want to be when she grows up? Note, as you might suspect, John, Jess once again became fixated with the same corner of the room. She shook her head in the negative over and over, and the motions became more and more aggressive. And as I was about to stop the young girl, Jess picked up a crayon.
Maya doesn't get to grow up.
Why is that, Jess? No. I'll be honest, John. I was scared to ask that question.
I would be too. No reply.
Everybody gets to grow up, Jess.
Not if they're dead.
You think Maya is dead?
Yeah. I mean, I would kind of hope she was if she's, missing her bottom half. That is a drawing of a person in the trunk of a car. It looks like that car crashed. And therefore, Maya is now missing her bottom half.
Why was she in the trunk?
Kidnapped? She doesn't remember. My guess is she was kidnapped but she knows bad people put her there. Now she lives under the house with her friends.
What can you tell me about her friends?
The other kids under the house. They're all very sad. Only I can see them.
So, do you play with the other friends?
Some of them. Some of them scare me. Oh, yep.
And why is that?
Because they want to hurt me. Oh, that's fun. And force me to live under the house.
Does Maya want to hurt you?
No, she protects me. Oh. Time's up.
Before you go, Jess, can you do me a favor? For our next session, can you tell me more about your friends? Draw them?
Yes. By the way, they are sorry about eating the candy.
Note, and I'm sure you will ask, I don't know how she knew I was out of candy. There was a moment she was alone when she first arrived. Maybe she peeked in the desk. That's likely it, or the child is talking to the dead.
Okay, end of session 3. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm starting to get it now.
Usually my conversations with Mrs. Daniels don't extend too much beyond the session and pleasantries, but this time I could tell the woman was in distress. She asked
the
quite
mom.
a few questions about Maya. I, of course, told her that most children have imaginary friends and that I wouldn't worry.
Not
She was
that
also
kind of
very
imaginary
curious
friend.
about the Clarks and if they had any children. Of course, as far as I know, the Clarks didn't. When I questioned her curiosity, she mentioned that they have found some old toys, such as Jess's bear, a toy truck, and a few other things. Mrs. Daniels also mentioned that Jess has been taking things and hiding them in her room, as well as under the house. I'll have to ask her about this in the next session.
Because she is playing with the other kids. I'll send Adam's homework after I've had a chance to go through the material. I don't expect to be too impressed. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm starting to get it now. So again, I'm sorry I keep pausing it. But some of the kids under the house she's scared of, but some of them she's not. She plays with the ones that she's not, which is why she's taking the stuff and hiding it in her room and under the house. Maya, the one that's always in the corner, is protecting her from the ones that are under the house that she's afraid of. Because she said that those ones want to hurt her and make her live under the house, like kill her so that she'll be down there with them. Okay. I don't remember how many of these videos are gonna play, so who knows how long this is gonna go. Okay, the following drawings and notes are the results of the homework I gave Adam and Jess. Adam is the dad. Okay, night 1, Wednesday. How are you doing, sweetie? Fine, I guess. How was the thing with Dr. Lou? Good, we like her. I'm assuming that means her and Maya? Yep. Maya and me. Right, Maya, I forgot. So, are you looking forward to school? Not really. I feel that. I'm scared kids are going to think I'm weird. Honey, why would you think that? Because I am. Sometimes being weird isn't always a bad thing. I can't talk. And I see ghosts. They're imaginary, not dead. I'm sure Dr. Lou is telling you something. Maya is not real. Of course she is. I can see her behind you. You hurt Maya's feelings. Uh-oh. You made them mad. Now I am mad. Them as in the other kids? Fine. Get ready for dinner. Night 2, Thursday. How was your day, baby? Fun. Yeah. Maya read me a story. Okay. Oh look, now we got our bottom half. playing hopscotch. What's wrong, Dad? You look scared. Go watch TV, I have more work to do. Well, yeah, I would be scared too if my kid came home and freaking handed me a picture she drew of half a person. Night 3, Friday. We'll do the question thing later. Night 4, Saturday, no homework. Night 6, Monday, Carol, okay. Dad had to work late, so we were going to do the homework, okay? Carol is the mom. Okay. Oh, looks like a butt. You think I'll ever hear your voice again? I don't know. I feel like that is something you shouldn't ask someone who doesn't talk. Sometimes I think about taking you and Dean back to... Okay. You can't do that. I'm assuming it said Texas. They will never let me leave. I don't think they'll let any of us leave. What do they want with the rest of the family? Who? I know you've seen them. Out of the corner of your eyes. Oh, ew. Hear things. Notice things aren't where you left them. They're always there. Who, baby? The children under the house. Okay. We're their family now. And you can't leave family. Right?
There is a lot to unpack here.
You think?
At times, I feel as if she was antagonizing Adam with the drawings. Almost like she was trying to push him away just to see if he'd stay. Unfortunately, Adam did just as she expected. Jess probably won't speak until she can finally let this world go and accept that her parents' problems aren't her fault. Speaking of which, I probably should recommend a good marriage counselor for Adam and Carol.
Oof.
Alright, John, I'm looking forward to your thoughts as usual.
Homework. Okay, earlier today, Carol stopped by the office unannounced. She handed me a folder of additional drawings by Jess. Uh-oh. I could tell that she had been drinking, but it wasn't to the point where I felt it impaired her thinking. The notes included on this tape are from memory. Regardless, I think you will find them worrisome. Okay, so this whole thing has driven her parents to the point where her mom is now drinking. Hello, Dr. Liu. How are you? Fine, Carol. What can I do for you? Did we have an appointment? Okay, so this is the mom talking to the doctor now. No, I am here alone. I feel so damn stupid. I let myself believe it all could be true. I'm not following, Carol. I'm sorry. I'm kinda all over the place. A small part of me is relieved. And the other part is just really worried about my little girl. Maybe start at the beginning. Have you looked at the homework? Of course. I let myself believe it, all of it. Jess seems so convinced, so sure. All about the kids. I thought, well, hell, maybe there are dead people living under the house. After all, my kid can't be crazy. Jess is not crazy, she's just a kid dealing with a lot. I started seeing them too, Dr. Liu. Ooh, no. Who did you see? Her friends. Yeah, those ain't her friends. I believe in an afterlife. It's not that big of a stretch. Right? What kind of question marks are those? There are lots of reasons that could cause this stress. Exhaustion. My son has seen things too. Things he can't explain. It's her just talking to another girl, but always finds her alone. I was gonna say, please don't tell me you heard the other girl too. Maya seems to have very long and very squiggly arms. You know that bear of hers? We've thrown it away a dozen times. Mr. Bartleby? And it comes back every time. You know, I have a colleague I think could help. Maybe you and your husband could benefit from a session. No, I don't need that. Well, you need something. I know all of this is just in her head. What happened? I had the whole yard dug up. Every inch. This is going where I think it's going. Every tree. Outside the house. And you found things. And underneath. Police even brought dogs. You know what we found? I have a pretty good guess. Nothing. Or not. There are no kids under the house. Just a box of toys and a few menus from some old restaurant called the Burger Shack. So... Thanks for listening. Adam thinks we've all lost our minds. It's just good to have someone to talk to. I still need to call the Clarks. See if they want their stuff. So the Clarks are the people that used to live in the house. We will see you tomorrow. Bye. Huh.
I am very concerned for Jess as well as her entire family. It's fortunate that she was able to let go of the delusion, but it is concerning how quickly she chose to buy into it. If things continue to deteriorate, we may need child services to step in.
Oh?
Let's speak after you get this. Talk soon, John.
I really hope this is the last video for now. Okay.
Hi, John. It's a few hours before Jess's session, and I just received a phone call that absolutely made my day. Adam called and asked if I had a reference for a marriage counselor. This is an incredible step forward. I'd like to think that it was something I did, but the likelihood is Carol's recent actions have had an effect. Or at least in his own words, it's time to focus on what's important. This gives me a tremendous amount of hope. Even if they can't save their marriage, they may be able to learn how to cope and keep their problems from spilling onto Jess.
Yeah, because Jess has got her own problems. Is session 4, are we back to
considering what I have
okay?
reviewed in the homework and the conversation with Mrs. Daniels, I was surprised to find Jess in such a chipper mood.
But I'm assuming she's still not talking yet.
Hello, Jess. How are you today?
Great. Yeah, she's still not talking. And Maya says hi too. Well, that's new.
Hello, Maya. So what's new with you? Note, she opened a manila folder and handed me a note from her dad.
Hey, sweetie, I'm sorry about the last few weeks. I'm sorry about a lot of things. I can do better, and I will do better for you, your mom, and your brother. I love all of you more than I love myself, and I'm going to start showing it. I'm ready to start believing you, baby. Okay.
Note, clearly Adam is turning a corner. I believe this will be very important in getting Jess to start speaking again. This is great, Jess. So is this why you're in such a good mood?
Yeah. And... oh? Dad wants to take us on a vacation. We might go to the beach or the mountains. Take me with you. You said Maya can come too. Isn't that great?
Of course it is. Either place sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll keep my fingers crossed for the mountains. Did you have a chance to do the homework?
Yep. Maya helped.
Note, John, I thought I was prepared to see what she wanted to show me. I was wrong.
Oh. Brad. Who is Brad? The bad people gave Maya Mr. Bartleby. That's how they stole her. Maya wishes she didn't leave her family. Maya's family. Okay. Shelly. So, I'm still going with Maya was kidnapped and that's why she was in the trunk. She died when the car crashed. But the people that did it gave her the bear. And then Shelly was scared until they gave her some medicine, but it was too much. Then she woke up under the house. Oh, these are all the kids. But then somehow Jess ended up with the bear. Wendy remembers being dead before she died. Being dead was supposed to be freedom. It was like in a coma? But it was another trap, another prison. Zack, the boy who burns. Oh. Zack doesn't remember his family. Every day was blurry until the last day. Zack was stuffed in a fireplace after his neck broke. Cremated. Brad is the oldest. He was someplace dark for a long time. They forgot him and he died. He thinks his body is still where they left it. And where was that? Mike remembers running, but he didn't get far. The last thing he remembers is a loud bang, then he woke up under the house. Kate is the scariest one under the house. She has a hand for every hand that hurt her.
Note, these images are coming from somewhere. I can't believe all of this is the product of her imagination. A young girl shouldn't be able to recall some of these details. So who are these people?
Those are the people from under the house. Not everyone under the house wanted to talk. Most can't remember anything, but they are mad because they want to remember.
Well, thank you for doing this. Will it be okay with you and Maya if I keep these?
Sure. Can you not?
Thank you. So, Jess, why do you think you stopped speaking?
I traded my voice for eyes. They needed me to see, so I needed to give them something to get something. It was the only way to see my friends.
So you don't think you'll ever speak again?
Maybe. It depends.
Depends on what?
If they ever get to leave. There's something happening outside, so I'm gonna be right back in just a second. Alright, sorry about that. There was stuff happening, and then the dog got out, and I had to chase him across the park. Anyways, this is the last video, and there's like maybe a minute left of it, so let's just finish it real quick. Okay, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely. You can ask me anything.
Maya says you talked to an imaginary friend too. It's why she knew we could trust you. Who is John? Oh, okay.
John, I've never mentioned your name to Jess or her parents. They know I'm interested in writing about Jess's case, but they don't know that I'm collaborating with another therapist. I need to think about this a little more. I'll get back to you.
So they don't know that she's talking to John about this stuff. But Maya knows. No, why are you playing? I don't know why you're playing. Can you not? Well, that's interesting. Because, like, now that I've actually, like, watched it for myself, I actually understand it. I'm pretty sure I understand it at least. This is not going to be a thing that we're watching. But yeah, so they moved from Texas into a new house, not in Texas. Jess starts having friends in, under the house, which is basically on the verge of destroying the whole family. Her parents are seeing a marriage counselor now. Her mom thinks she's going crazy. Huh. Got some very disturbing kids drawings. Yes, so, I guess they're still adding to this series, so I will definitely be following along with it, and I will do another video when there's more, because I actually really enjoyed that, surprisingly. Like, I thought I was just gonna be extremely confused, sitting here not understanding anything, but that's not what happened. But yeah, so I am in a bit of a hurry to finish this video, so I'm going to leave this one here. All I'm gonna say is I really enjoyed that, and I can't wait to see where else it goes. But yeah, so that was The Children Under the House. I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.